the questions in the chat. 1 minute, please. Okay. So can you confirm if you received the questions, guys? All right, all right. Thank you. So today we talk about that, the power of persistence. All right. It's a really important topic to me because I had ADHD, TDAH, so it's hard to keep doing the same thing for a long time. It's really, really hard to me do that. And during my entire life, I quit a lot of jobs project, and now I will do this, now I will do that, and I lose the interest really, really quickly. So be persistent. To me, it's a really win. So this is the reason I want to talk with you guys about that today. Okay, so I think we are live on YouTube right now. So thank you for joining us today, guys. And I want to start introducing myself, and then you can talk a little bit about you guys, all right? So, my name is Carlos. You can call me Carlos apenas. I work as a software engineer. Today, I'm working to a company located in USA. And today, I'm celebrating 100 hours leading immersions here at Talk and Talk. So, I want to celebrate that. Woo! Because I'm pretty happy with
Congrats, congrats.
achieving that. It's a long time doing immersions here. So thank you guys for joining me today. I don't want to cry, but thank you so much for be here all this time. Okay. And that's me. I live in the south of Brazil. And let's start with you, Bruna. Can you talk a little bit about you, please, when I clean my desk? Thank you.
I will ask who are clear your house today? No, it's terrible, this paper. So, uh, congratulations for this moment, Carlos. I understand it's hard to achieve this milestone. I think the point is milestone. It's so nice. That's it. So about me, I'm Bruna. I live in Brasilia. I'm married. I have two sons. I'm here in Talking Talk since 2022. And I started here to improve my English and enhance. I think it's possible to other words to use to improve, enhance my English and the other skills. And that's it about me. In my free time, I love to work out. I love it to dance, and I make the Krav Maga too. It's a defense art, and that's it about me.
All right. Yeah, I know Krav Maga because I was a police officer and I did a little bit of that. But you forgot to mention you are a top five host here in Talk and Talk. So, guys, yeah, maybe you already know Bruno from other immersions. So, congrats, Bruno. You are amazing. And
Mhm.
let's go with you, Gabriel. Can you talk a little bit about you, please?
Hello everyone, my name is Gabriel. I have 19 years old. I am from Guarulhos, São Paulo. I have one cat. I live with my mom and my dad. And right now I'm in the college studying analysis at development systems. And I like jazz and watch some movies in my free time.
All right, all right. So you like jazz? Oh, this is really interesting for a
Yes.
young guy, Do you play an instrument?
Yes, I play piano.
Oh, that's make a lot of sense. All right. And what about you, Jean? Can you talk a little bit about you, please?
Sure. First of all, congratulations, Carlos.
Thank you.
This is super achievement because 100 hours is not for everybody, not for everyone. So congratulations on your achievement. So
Thank you, thank you.
I'm Jean. I'm from Ribeirão Preto. It's a very, very hot city. Yesterday, I think, was 40, 41 degrees Celsius. So just a little demonstration. And I'm 34 years old. I'm married. I have a daughter. I was on a break on Talk and Talk to exploring different paths from my career. So I'm back right now. So I think this topic is really nice for me because I didn't have so much persistence in the past. So I need to achieve me this right now. So it would help me a lot. And in my free time, I just enjoy going to the movies, drink some coffee, and now than ever, just rest. Because we need to rest. We have this thing. I don't know. We put every little task in between the tasks and simply don't rest. So the time you need to have to rest is you need to rest. So that's
All
it.
right.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I totally agree with you about taking some time to rest, because in the past I had to work a lot. I don't know, for 2, 3 years of my life, I worked 300 hours per month, so it was a lot, and I didn't have time to rest. And nowadays, I'm in a better schedule, and I know I can feel my creative being increased when I have time for myself, when I take time to do exercise and rest. So yeah, it's really important. And what about you, Osvaldo? Can you talk a little bit about you, please?
Okay, guys. So I have a lot of respect for you, Carlos. You know that. So one more time, congrats. I'm so happy to be here, living your experience, because, yeah, this topic is me. Means a lot about me as well because I've changed my life because the persistence. My current role is totally about persistence. I had hard times to be here, and I couldn't imagine speaking English with each others with more confidence, like nowadays. And so, yeah, I'm a kind of person that love learning. Actually, I'm learning new programming language, Python, and I'm improving my communication skills in another language. Yeah, in my leisure time, I used to um, do many things that I like. For example, playing guitar, playing video games, spend time with my family, my children, and yeah, that's it. And how about you, Yanka? Please.
Good morning, guys. My name is Yanka. Yeah, I'm 28 years old. Carlos, it's a pleasure to be here with you in this special day. It's a pleasure to have seen part of it, not all the immersions, but maybe 10 of this total amount. So it's a pleasure. Congrats about that. I hope that one day I will be in there too. I hope. Well, I'm living in São Roque today, and I took a time also. Oh, sorry, I didn't came in here for a long time in Talk. I was in Brasília, Bruna, last week, I think, and it is a beautiful city. It's seca, dry. it wasn't rain in that moment. So it was a little bit difficult, but it was a really beautiful city with nature and so on. And Praça dos Três Poderes, which was beautiful too. So it was an amazing experience. And I think it's that for now.
I
All
think
right.
I'm suspicious to say this, but I love my city, of course. It's a beautiful city because it's plane, plane city, planejada, and it's a beautiful city. But that moment it's terrible because, like you said, it's dry, very dry here. The weather is terrible, and the back, I forget the landscape, paisagem. How do you say this? Help me.
Landscape.
Landscape. The landscape is terrible. It's completely different when you come, for example, in December, January. So come on the other moment, please. It's completely
Okay.
different.
In the map, it's exactly an airplane of the map, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
It was awesome to discover it too.
The name is the same, no? Here, I lived in the soft wing, in the wing soft. The wing soft, we have the wing north and the central. It's a pilot, tipo, controle. It's the Praça dos Três Poderes. It's representado pelo controle. It's so nice. It's a beautiful city. Everyone needed to know Brasilia.
Wait,
Right.
just one sec. Is this because they call wing north, wing west? Because the asa is because it looks like an airplane?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Shit, no kidding.
No, yes, the
I have
north
no
and
clue.
the south, the north and south,
Mm.
because it's the
Oh, but
airplane
I
represent.
need let me just okay, guys. Let me just check. Let's move on. I just need to check this because really don't know what.
Yeah. I
Just
already
reason.
know that I never traveled to Brasilia, but I like to read and listen about strange stuff, you know, sometimes it's part of the déficit de atenção, no, ADHD. So I already know that because I like a lot to understand maps, you know. So sometimes I spend 3 hours on Google Street in a random seat because I want to know that. So yeah, and I want to say congrats, Yanka. You are living in a new place. I don't know. You in a couple of immersions ago, you said you are planning to move. So congratulations. And all right. So let's start with our questions. You know, I know today it's a time to celebrate, but we are here to practice our English. You know, this is the main point why we are here. And I want to start talking about that, you know, the power of be persistence in something it's important to you. Um, of course, English is important to everyone here. Everyone has each one has his can have his own reason why they want to study English, but the main point is we want to talk in English. So let's start with the first question. You know, let me check. Yanka, can you read the first question to us, please?
Yes. How has persistence helped you achieve something important? It is a question that make me reflect a lot about my life, my whole life. I don't know if you know, guys, but I never had a 9 to 5 job, a formal job. My whole job, it's a job that I make my time, and this it seems nice, but eu acabo working more hours per day. And it was about persistence, I think, because it's a competitive area, and you have to play alone sometimes. And it was, I was the only Black woman in the place, you know, so I really had to fight every day and to have, I don't know if it was persistence, but more discipline, I think, to be in front of the computer every day, 12 hours per day, doing my job. So yeah, I think it was that. I think my job involves persistence to me.
12 hours per day?
Man, yeah. It's
I
a really
know.
Congrats.
competitive job to academic career, academic path. It's very competitive. You have to do your to make your best, I think, and to be better of others that was born with everything, you know?
I totally understand what you mean, Yanka, because sometimes I say that, if I'm not so smart as the other ones working with me, I can work even more to do the same, I have friends who can do everything related to programming language in 2 hours with one
Me
hand
too.
in their back,
Me
but
too.
I need take 10, 12, 2 days,
Yeah.
3 days to do the same, so I know how the value of hard work. So congratulations. And I want to ask you, Yanka, at some point, did you think about to quit or to move, or I don't want to do this anymore? And how do you deal with this feeling? How
I
you
think
manage this feeling?
every day I think about it, but it's because I don't feel that I am enough for the job, I think, never it seems that it's enough. So this sensation of do not be enough and never be enough, it make me feel tired sometimes, and we want to give up, but we have bills to pay. So we can't give up because of material things sometimes. And it's nice, my job too. I am glad to be part of it.
It's the
All right.
most important.
All right. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Yanka. And what about you, Osvaldo? Do you have something you could achieve with persons? And actually, thank you, Ja. That phrase is really, really good. And what about you, Osvaldo?
Well, uh, I wouldn't be here if I had a lot of persistence in my life. Because I remember when I was learning about my first program language, I would say, and it was that way that you said, Carlos. It was hard. And actually, I have a lot of challenges in my Python course that the teacher spent 5 or 10 minutes to finish that, to deliver that, and I spend a kind of 4 or 5 years. But I don't give up. I've never give up. I've always continuing to improving myself and my speed, right? And yeah, just one more thing. I remember when I've decided to transition my career to my current role, and I've sold my old small business that I worked for some years, and I hadn't almost money almost I hadn't any money, to be honest, and I saved a portion of my income to pay the bills for 1 year or 2 years of my life, and just it. I remember that I couldn't see my children. I couldn't see my parents because I didn't have money to go there. I lived in another city, and I've believed in myself that I could achieve a developer role, right? And yeah, it's about that. You have clear purpose and pursue your goals. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you, Osvaldo. Beautiful history. Thank you for sharing. And what about you, Jean? There is something you want to share with us related to persistence in your life you could achieve? I don't know.
Well, I barely know how to answer this in Portuguese because it's a very fundamental question, and I really so let's try. But because I think like me, everybody here uh, achieves something small or big with a lot of sweat and tears. Not and anything is for free. There's no free lunch. So if you want a little tiny thing, or if you want a super heavy big thing, you need to leave your sweat and tears and blood on the table. Everything costs a lot nowadays. So I think it's hard to me to answer this question because I'm doing for a lot of things right now in the middle of a hurricane or something, a tornado. I don't know what it is. But everything we need to be persistent. So this everything is achievement when you have persistent. So there's a catch because even you are a really persistent people, uh, we need to make sure that we are on the right direction because persistent in a wrong direction is nothing. It's like velocity. If you are a super fast person, but you are in a wrong direction, you just go like a zigzag, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So sometimes you achieve your goal, you find something, but what what costs you? So it's a lot. For me, I trying to be more persistent as I was in the past. So as I'm getting older, I start thinking attention about this little catch like direction. So it's really more important than everything in the world. So if you need to make sure that you are in the right direction. So that's the catch, and that's the hard answer to me because is this the right direction or no? I'm just losing my time and just go there to check, and it's not the right direction. So yeah, I think this the catch of the question. The question for me is this direction. But yes, I used to be more persistent in the past because I'm more younger. I have more time to more time. Anybody depends on me. I have a lot of energy. So yeah, the work's fun. I don't have anything to do. Let's try this. Let's try that. So now I try to make more careful and tailor my choices a little bit more. So yes, everything is achievable using persistent, but there's a catch. For me, the catch is nowadays is the directions. So yeah, I think it's
All
this.
right. Yeah. And you are talking about direction, and I remember a story I heard a long time ago about that, and I think can help us today. Um, the guy was explaining about the importance of be in the right direction, as you say. Sometimes speed is not so important than get the right direction. If you get an airplane, for example, or could be a spaceship, spaceship travel really, really fast, but in this space, there is a long distance to one planet from another. But let's use the airplane in this example. If the airplane will travel, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 kilometers, uh, he can go really fast. But if he moved 2, 3, 4 degrees on his direction, it will when he arrive, he will be in another place, far, far away from the place he want to achieve. So, if you think in a spaceship, 1, 2, 3, 4 degrees can be, it's not so much, but if you travel a lot for a lot of time, thinking about in a long term investment in your life, you could be arrive in another place you want. So being the right direction is so important than the persistence. If you look to your life and you realize, oh, I'm moving a little bit from my direction, from my point, so I need to adjust my course. So it's really important. Thank you. And what about you, Gabriel? There is something you want to share with us related to persistence in your life?
Yeah, my young life. In this young life, I use too much persistence and discipline. I think these two habits work together. Uh, Persistence can fuel you drive to have the right direction, can have the fuel to you starting walking, and disciplines can guide you to made your action. I don't know if you understand, but I use this too much because I have a lot difficult to study, and I study 30 minutes. It's kind of like my mind is blowing up because I learning Python too, and I have too much persons because in the video the guy made the exercise in 5 minutes, and I'm going to do. I spend all day doing, and I don't don't finish the exercise,
1 minute, guys.
but I don't give up.
Yeah.
And I think the persons help me a lot to finish project, to make a course like this I'm doing right now. Wake up and 6 a.m. to talk in English with you. And I I think it is this. I
Yeah,
think
Gabriel,
this is.
I
All
want
right,
to
thank you.
share. Oh, I'm
But
sorry, Carlos.
go
Go ahead.
ahead, go ahead as well.
Oh, just a note. Some Saturdays ago, about this kind of situation on the program language course, I've spent a lot of hours to do a 10 minutes teacher guide exercise. I've realized something. The mo- the difficult is about logical, not about the program language, right? The program language, it's easy to understand the most of time, right? And the most important thing, in my opinion, is don't give up. Don't give up. Keep going, making your speed with your way. Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, little
Mm,
girl.
Sorry,
hello.
guys. My wife was calling me on my cell phone because my daughter wake up and I want my daddy. So she will be here with us for some time. Go ahead, Oswald.
No, I've done. I've done. Just to add this note to Gabriel talk.
All right, thank you. And I was talking with you, Gabriel. You are talking about persistence, and you play piano, so you are a rock star for me because I never had the patience to learn music. I went to when I was younger, I went to play guitar, and I gave up as another thing. It's only one more thing I gave up on my life. So, congrats. You want to say something?
Yes. It's kind of hard to learn. I don't I don't I don't I don't. Oh my God. I don't I don't. Eu não sou profissional. Eu não sou profissional. I'm just learning, and I don't play too much, but I can play some musics. For me, the persistence, I have the phrase, do you Clóvis de Barros, do you know?
What name?
Yes, Clóvis
Bah.
Barros. Clóvis de
Uh, I
Barros, filho.
okay.
Ele fala, né? Vou falar em português porque eu não sei falar a frase em inglês. Ele fala que o cara só escreveu e que eu só preciso entender.
Yeah.
I stay in this phrase in the every moment I study. It is helping me too.
It's a
All
good
right.
phrase.
It's
This is like a punch in the face.
Yeah,
Exactly. Every time because someone discovered that thing, learned that thing, and it's teaching to you. You just need to learn. It's
Yeah.
this small fraction, so it's not possible that I didn't learn this shit.
yeah, it's a punch in the face.
all right. Yeah, and related to that, before even I listened this phrase in my life, I already think about that. I didn't know this concept, but I always think this. Oh my gosh, how I could understand. I don't know a program language, how to speak in English if there is someone who built that. Uh, put a lot of effort to build something and I only need to understand, so I read again and again and again and again until I made it. Thank you guys. She's my young daughter. I had another one. It's 8 years old, and both daughters are really close to me, and she and his sister is the reason why I'm being so persistent. When I was younger, I think, oh, I'm studying because I want to have a good career, because I want to do this and that. But since I become a father, they be a father gave me a lot of persistence related to she and her sister is the reason why I work so hard and why I want to improve myself, because I want to give my best to her, not only related to money, but I want to be a better guy, a better father, a better husband, because I want to be an example to my daughters. All right. Yeah. Let's go to the topic again. Bruna, there is something you could achieve in your life being persistent. Oh,
Sure. I understand here everybody are persistent people, no? Because when you decide to learn a new language, you need to be a persistence all the time, no? Because when in the middle way, it's terrible. You want to give up all the time. It's not easy, and especially the English, no? Because Spanish is maybe it's close to the Portuguese. It's easier for me, but the English it's not make sense. The pronunciation is terrible all the time, no, in my opinion, of course. So I achieve a great moment. I have a great moment that I needed to be persistent toward a persistence. For example, I made my underdegree. I graduated in two university. I graduated in physical therapy and physical education in the same moment, and it's so hard for me. But I understand it's so nice for my career. But I stopped my career and decided to study for a public test. I achieved my goal that it's stability, and now I work in the public service, but I want to change it again and return for the physical therapy area, and now I needed to be persistent because I need to return the study all the time, and I needed to study this in English now because I want to change all career, and that's it.
all
But it's
right.
so nice. I understand it's important to be persistent person.
All right. Thank you. And there is some point you think about gave up. I don't know. Being here in Talk Talk. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to give up, or I don't know. It's something in your life you I don't know, want to give up?
Here in talking.
I don't know, talk in English, Spanish, anything else.
Yes, when I started study French here, it's terrible because I asked me why I want to learning French because it don't make sense in my mind because I don't have a specific goals. For example, I want to know France, for example. No, I don't have the desire, for example. But I decided that it's a great opportunity if I want to go, for example, the Canada to move for the Canada, and that's why I started the French. But it's a difficult language. Learn, like I said, when I decided to learn a language, you need to put a lot of effort, struggling all the time, no? And I want to give up, but I've survived and I'm here to like a host in talking talk.
All right. That's awesome. Je ne parle français. Não falo francês, but I don't know. Maybe one day I can learn something. All right, guys, let's go to another question. I know we are taking a lot of time to answer, and I'm sorry about that, guys, but we receive new instructions in Talk and Talk to don't use any more breakout rooms, So we are full today, so that's the reason we maybe are taking more time to talk, but it's not a problem. Okay, let's go to the question number 3. Let me check. Je, can you read the question number 3, please, and start answering to us?
Sure. What's the biggest challenge in sticking to long-term goals? So I think I can use the airplane.
No, question number 3, please.
3, sorry. Okay. So how do you stay focused when facing distractions? Well, if I have an answer to these questions, I think I can reorganize my life because this is a resume of my life right now. If I know this question, I probably do some coaching sessions, so train some training or sell some online course because for me it's the question of the year. So I don't know. I have something in my mind that I'm trying to implement right now. I was thinking about this yesterday because I'm facing a lot of distractions these days. So probably I did not align with my goals, and this is maybe some major problem too. But yeah, I think the answer here is it. So let's do a pact. I will try to implement these things I will say to you right now. So maybe next week I can go back with some more new instructions. So I'm trying to I need to put my cell phone in the drawer. I changed my watch to this watch to the regular watch, so it doesn't have notifications. Clean my desk using some notebooks like a regular person, a normal a sanity person, normal person, and try to avoid some distractions that comes to me through notifications from my cell phone, my computer, my watch, or everything, and just close my door. And I don't know, just trying to helping me, because we are able to facing these distractions, but if you help yourself leaving them or just close these distractions, you can use more your power or your ability or energy, I think is the word, to just work or do what you propose to do. because you need to, okay, I start to work. Ding, a little notification on your desktop. All right, just close this. And I start to work again. Someone knocks the door. Okay, let's start again. So someone calls me on the phone. Okay, let's start again. Ding, it's time to get stand up. Notification from my watch. Come on. It's impossible to work like this. So I'm just trying to. I think the short answer is I'm just trying to change from the digital world to more analogic word. I guess is the word. So just like the watch, just doesn't would use smartwatch and use a regular watch. So yeah.
Thank you for
But
sharing. And I
next week I
do.
can go with more
Sorry?
ideas. No. So I just try to implement this week, and I can go with more instructions on what's go wrong and what's go right.
Yeah, I do the same than you. You know, sometimes I need to focus. I turn off my cell phone, the smartwatch, and I lock the door because I have daughters and they like to come here. And of course, I love this, but sometimes you need to focus. So yeah, I know sometimes can be hard, and that's the reason why I like to do my immersion 7 a.m. Because usually every all the people in my house are sleeping, so it's a good time to get focus, you know. Today was a special day. My daughter wake up early, but it's not a problem, because and that's the reason why I like to be an early bird, because I spend the, I don't know, the first 2 3 hours of my morning with myself, studying something important to me, are doing some activities important to me, and have everything in silence. It's good to me to get concentrated. And what about you, Gabriel? Do you have any strategy, or when you are facing distractions?
Yeah, for me, it's kind of hard too, cause I'm working with my computer and I have a lot notifications in the Steam, Discord, WhatsApp web, my cell phone. Is too much distractions. And the moment I go study, I mute every pages and close the applications like Discord, Steam to focus and studying. To try and clean my mind because it's hard to focus. And my biggest challenge is staying motivated to study. I can have the action to starting studying, but have the direction like 5 minutes, and I stop because I don't have the my motivation. But I think this is the whole strategy. Mute everything to clear my mind, to set a timer like the Pomodoro strategy, do you know? To
Yeah.
study more and minimize these distractions.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried Pomodoro, but didn't work to me. But I admire who can use this tool. And what about you, Bruna? Do you, sorry guys, do you have any strategy when you are facing distractions?
Well, about the Pomodoro, yes, I used it in the past. It's helped me a little because I want to continue. The focus is only 50, 35 minutes. No, you focus and stop 5 minutes. So, but I want to continue for, I understand the 1 hour, it's so nice, but it's different for the brain, no? Let's go about the questions. When I wanted to focus at specific moment, I stopped my WhatsApp in special, and I moved the sign all the time because I receive a lot of messages. It's impossible to all the time. When I listen the pling, so I needed to search it to see what is happened, what I needed to resolve. So it's don't focus, no. And that's it. I silence the WhatsApp, the all social media. It's special, and I try to don't look all how do you say this? Todas as mil abas que eu tenho abertas in the Windows because it's complicated. I open many and all the time I needed to focus. I needed to resolve this. So it's complicated because I didn't put focus in the special moment, you know. And that's it. It's complicated.
All right, thank you, Bruna. And what about you, Yanka? Do you have any strategy when you get some distractions? How do you stay focused?
Usually I do everything that you already said, like Pomodoro, close WhatsApp and so on, and every social media. I try to do everything that you already said, but I feel that my thing, it's like Gabriel thing, to maintain the motivation and do not procrastinate, you know. And for this, I treating myself, eu me ameaço, like you have to do it because you won't have money to pay something, you know. And when I was in the vestibular moment, I usually said to myself, while you are sleeping, someone is stealing your spot, roubando a sua vaga. So this kind of threatening, you know, it's not health for your brain, for yourself. You can be more gentle with yourself, but I work with these. I work with depression sometimes. So I try to do that and everything that you already said.
All right, thank you, Yanka. And what about you, Osvaldo? How do you stay focused?
I have some strategies to achieve this. I used to read my long terms and medium terms goals once per week at least. And every single day I put my appointments on a note, just not checkbox, a note to see what I want to do in this day. And I turn off all my notifications on my PC and my smartphone. And I try to use the Pomodoro technique, right? But of course, some days it's hard. We have some meetings or some appointments that we don't have. No, that Pomodoro won't work this time. And yeah, that's it. I can manage my. Oh, and I actually I'm doing the 12-week year technique. I don't know if you everyone know that. And it's no, that technique is helped me a lot because aligned with my personal and career goals. I'm pursued and I put all the appointments in my schedule, for example, and try to just to follow that. I try just to follow my schedule that I've organized, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay, Bruna. Have a good day.
Isso aqui, vai até aqui.
All right, thank you, Bruna. It was really good. And guys, we are getting close to the end of our conversation. And during those 100 hours, it's the first time my daughter came here, so it's something new to me. But I want to listen from you guys in just a quick answer, 1 minute or less. How do you celebrate? Question number 9. How do you celebrate? Oh my gosh. Não faz isso. How do you celebrate small wins to stay motivated? Today I celebrate 100 hours, it was only paper, but I want to know from you guys, how do you celebrate? A quick answer, please. Let's start with you, Gabriel.
I celebrate these small wins and big wins. I have another celebrations, but the small wins I celebrate with free time because have a lot of persistence to study. I the My mind is kind of like burning, meus neurônios se batendo, and I think this free time helping me to eh, ter uma restauração to study again.
All right, thank you. And what about you, Osvaldo? How do you celebrate small wins?
Well, all my small tasks is totally related to my main goals. So I celebrate with the same way. Sometimes I make a drink, or I take a time for myself to play some video games, or spend with my family and my children and my parents and my friends. Yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you. And what about you, Ja? Do you try to celebrate when you had a small win, or only in the biggest and most important moments?
I don't celebrate. I think that's the problem. I mean to me, so I need to celebrate more my small wins or small or biggest wins. So I need to improve this.
All right. Yeah, and since you start, you will see how good is when you celebrate. It's only a small thing. I don't know. I learn a new vocab, or maybe I could achieve 2 hours speaking English without stop. Could be anything, but when you celebrate, you give to your own brain some reinforcement. Oh, I could do that. It was good, and I can do this again. So it's really important to celebrate. And what about you, Yanka? Do you celebrate small victories or just the biggest ones?
Yes, I celebrate. Yeah, you can drink a good coffee and a special coffee maybe. I made a mistake. I started to drink good coffee and now I am addicted and I blame you because of that. Yeah, but I celebrate usually the big wins. Um, and I try to do the same as Gabriel too, with free time to myself. And I love wine, so I have a wine that is just for celebration. So I buy that wine and I celebrate with that wine and I share with my family or someone that I want to share that moment.
All right, thank you, Yanka. Guys, as I say, we are